Hey boyos, daily check-in with John V. September 16th, 2024. I haven't done one of these in a few days, right? I'm expecting a couple of packages today, like four compiled into one. I think that's what they're doing from Temu, um, because it says my order should be delivered today, and it just said it once. And I checked on Temu, and there's four packages in the same state of transit. So those four packages, it looks like they're all going to be delivered today, and I think they compiled them all into one package, which is fine. And it's going to be a fairly big order, so I'm going to do an opening on that later when I get the package. I'm expecting it probably early to mid-afternoon, I would assume. That's when they usually come. Um, but Temu is being a real bastard because I've had multiple issues with them and they're not very responsive, their customer service, and they're not willing to help me very much. Like, there are options there to help me, but not to the same level as other customers. And I think it's because I was abusing their refund return policy. So, now I did open a second account on Temu with a different email address and a different phone number, different mailing address, same credit card, same device, virtually the same name, mine. And I took advantage of one of the deals that they have on the second account. It was 90% off an item and seven other items 50% off. So I spent like $8, got some more card sleeves, special sleeves, 60 with a black mana symbol on the back. They were like 60 cents for 60. So, 90% off. And then just seven brooches or shirt pins, right? And it came to like $7, $8. And I wanted to take advantage of that deal, right? And I made a second account just to kind of abuse the site Temu, right? To take advantage of deals. Like, I'm not spending enough money already on the site, right? I have to have two accounts. But with a deal like that, where I can just select really, really small items and a good item for the 90% off, I'll do it because it's like 7, $8. Like, what is that? And I get like 8 items, and it'll be cool to have them just for collective purposes, like the little pins, the little shirt pins, right? Like, I'm not gonna do anything crazy with the second account and make all these fucking humongous like $100 orders. Now I may, because it does have the deal, spend like 140, get 90 back. So I may do that when I get my paycheck, if my main account doesn't offer something like that in the near future. But I'm running out of things to buy. I do need some furniture for my room, like another bigger dresser than what I already have. The little one I got has a scratch in the top, and I complained to customer service, and they won't do shit about it. They want me to return it before they give a refund, right? But I want to get another bigger dresser than that because this small dresser that I have with four drawers, it's almost full of shit. Magic supplies and smoking supplies and stuff like that. And I need another dresser that's going to be solely for just clothes, right? Because I have um, medium-sized shirts coming for next summer for after I've done my weight loss transformation, right? I'm already making plans for losing the weight. I'm not worried. I will lose the weight and get back into a size medium, right? I know some people that would piss off because I'm making the assumption that I'm going to be successful with the weight loss, and it's simple math, simple logic. You just go on a fucking diet, you lose weight. Like, some big fat motherfucker that can't commit or have the willpower to do it, well, that's their fault. I know what I'm capable of, and committing to a diet is something I can do. If I had to do it sheerly through cardio, not happening. If somebody said you have to walk 2 hours every day to lose 90 pounds in less than a year, I'd be like, I fail. I can't commit to 2 hours of walking every day, right? But committing to a fairly restrictive diet, yeah, I can do that. Because I can still enjoy cigarettes and I smoke like 2 packs a day, right? And that helps with the hunger cravings. Now, if somebody was like, you gotta quit smoking in a year to lose the weight, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm 40 years old, boyos. I know what I'm capable of. I know my limits. I know my place better than I used to as I get older, right? And committing to a diet, I can do. Committing to quitting smoking, maybe. Committing to 2 hours of cardio every day, no fucking way, right? It's hard enough for me just to commit to like 3 or 4 lifting sessions a week, an hour at a time, because I haven't lifted in like almost 3 weeks. And that's fine, right? You know, I don't want to go too close to the 1 month mark without lifting, because then I will start losing strength. But right now we're okay. I can go a couple more days without lifting, right? And we got on Friday the pre-release event for the next Magic set, and that's going to be $50. I'm very low on funds, and I'm not getting money again for 10 days. 10 days, I get my next welfare check, but I'm virtually broke. I have like $70, and I have to pay for the pre-release, which is $50. I'm gonna owe my mother for 5 medical appointment trips in the vehicle, and that's gonna be like $50 or more. But they will reimburse me for those medical trips, right? But and also next Saturday, right after the pre-release event, they have the store qualifier for Canada, right? If you qualify at the store, you get to the possibility of going to the Best in Canada event. I might go to that too and pay $50 or whatever it is just to get the prizings for placing well at that and just not go for the Best in Canada event, right? I won't. I don't want to pass up an opportunity to get more card packs, right? But I was quite surprised at the deck boxes and storage boxes that I got from Temu for Magic. Very high quality, virtually the same as you would get from the card store. It's amazing. And all the ones I've received, I paid nothing or almost nothing for all of them. Right? There is a few in the mail that I did pay regular price of 6, 7, $8, whatever, for the deck boxes, right? But Temu is just a fucking steal. I don't want to go on about Temu too much because I could literally talk for hours about Temu, how great it is. Virtually, the value of the products for the price is simply incredible. But yet, everything else about the company sucks balls. Everything else. And that's why their prices are so outrageously good. Because their customer service sucks ass. Sucks fucking monkey ass. Delivery time, they have gotten better with that. It still takes almost 2 weeks, but it none of the packages I've got recently have been late. Um, None have been really damaged. I had one that had a tear in the bag, but that was it. Um, the customer service is just sucks ass. They got no advertising. Um, the site functions perfectly well, though. The site is amazing. There's no issues with the site crashing or down for maintenance, nothing like that. Whoever started this company, they knew what they were doing with enticing customers to blow money. Because I am not an addictive shopper at all, but yet I'm addicted to shopping on Temu. But these deals they have where you spend $140, get 90 back, you can't buy really any furniture or housewares or anything like that with those deals. You're basically limited to like crappier low price stuff like footwear and clothing and magic supplies and jewelry and stuff like that. Because the majority of what I want now is just a dresser, a computer stand, a computer chair, um, a kitchen knife set, maybe a nice mug, um, stuff like that. Nothing like clothing, really. I'm set for clothing now that I bought off Temu, including for after my weight loss, right? I have 3 pairs of jeans I bought from there, and I have like 3 more in the mail coming to me. I have so many motherfucking t-shirts size large, so many. And I have a whole ton coming in the mail too that are size medium for after I've lost the weight, right? I have like 7, I think, coming in the mail, and that's enough. I do need a pair of sandals for around the house, right? Just sandals, because I've already bought sneakers. I already bought squat shoes. I already had deadlift shoes or general gym shoes instead of deadlift shoes, right? And the squat shoes, I haven't even put them on yet. They're still in the bag. But surprisingly, after I bought those for like $85, they went on sale like for $50. So I got a huge discount on them. But I'm very impressed with Temu thus far, as far as prices go. As far as prices go, Temu is number one. Now, I did buy a foldable cot for like $120 or so. And then they had it on as a lightning deal for half the price, and they wouldn't let me do a price adjustment. So I messaged customer service, and they just gave me a bullshit answer about the price adjustment. But it doesn't matter because I read the rules on their price adjustment policy, and basically the gist of it is the rules are subject to change based on Temu, and they can change at any time. They reserve the right to change the rules for the price adjustment policy at any time that they see fit. So essentially, if they don't want to do shit about it, they don't have to. So basically, the price adjustment policy is a courtesy to customers that they can change at any time. So I'm not too upset, right? Same as the return refund policy. The main terms for that is if you want a refund, you got to return the item first. Once they receive it, you get a refund. When they do these refunds without returns, it's basically a courtesy to the customer. And I did get away with refunding like $50 worth of items, right? That was bullshit complaints. So I can't really complain too much, right? But I will be very careful with this second account. Um, just because I don't want to get flagged as having 2 accounts, right, and have them deactivate both my accounts. Because that would suck balls. I just don't want to draw too much attention to myself, right? And doing something that could be like a security breach or make them put additional security on my accounts, one of them or both, it could draw attention to my 2 accounts, and they could be like, oh, hey, this is the same person, possibly. We got to flag these and deactivate them, right? So I don't want to draw too much more attention to myself on these accounts, right? Aside from making purchases. So, but we'll see how it goes. Um, but the second account, like I said, I just made it, and I wasn't planning on using it yet, but they had that little deal. It was, get an item 90% off, get 7 items 50% off. So I was like, yeah, buy these card sleeves for like 65 cents for 60 with a Black Mana symbol on the back of them, and 7 shirt pins came to like 7, $8, and I was like, well, that's good. And I like these little shirt pins, right? I'm gonna take one of my jean jackets and throw all the pins on it, pin them all on the one side, on the breast, and when I go to the magic shop and play cards, and I'm gonna wear that jacket with all the shirt pins in it. Good conversation starter, right? Be pretty cool. But these pins, a lot of them are really nice and cool. Like one's a beholder for like, and it was like 50 cents for a beholder pin. You got, and some are kind of stupid, like capybaras, like a little capybara with, smoking a cigar, stuff like that, or like, a skull, um, a little dragon, um, a Fallout pen, 4-leaf clover. Some of them I've already gotten, right? But they're adding new pins all the fucking time, and I'm getting I have quite the collection of them quite coming in the mail because I did buy sets of pins as well, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pins in a set for just a couple dollars, right? So, meh, you know, easy come, easy go, right? Welfare money comes easy, it gets spent easily, right? It's not exactly welfare, it's welfare disability, but today I actually have my appointment in Berwick for getting my disability tax credit papers filled out and sent in. And that's $75. I just remembered that's going to be on my credit card. So I will be over my limit um, today and until I get my check in 10 days. So I will probably have a over limit fee. But what can I do? I got to get these papers sent in to get the disability tax credit, to get the last 10 years back pay right. And that's going to be a fucking pile of fucking money. I'm going to have like $6,000 to $8,000 coming back to me for the past 10 years that I'm entitled to if this gets approved, and it should, right? Because I have a legit disability. I'm schizophrenic, and it limits me in my daily life somewhat. Severely in a couple areas, like identifying danger. Um, it's one extreme or the other with identifying danger. Either I'm oblivious to it, like I don't see the danger in a dangerous situation, or there can be a situation that there's no danger present, but I see danger present when there is none. Um, that's one of the main areas where I have one of the biggest issues, right? And part of that's from my childhood, I think, being around violence and, stuff like that. Um, Basically, it desensitized me to dangerous situations, and it makes me see danger in situations where there is no danger. So I'm a little retarded in that way, in like sensing danger. But yeah, not sure what else to say. I've been brushing up on my magic skills a little bit on Arena, just in anticipation for this pre-release event. Right, this is pretty big, right? Because I'm expecting like a turnout of 20, 25 people, right? Because that's how many they usually get at these pre-release events at the game store here in town. And 25 people, right? That's like first place getting like 10 booster packs. And I'd love to have 10 booster packs, play boosters, each valued at like $9. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Um, and part of my order today, my Teamy order, there is a magic binder coming with it. A few card boxes and deck boxes, a whole shit ton of shirt pins. Um, I don't remember everything. A ring. I already have 6 rings on, right? 6 fucking rings. But we can always use more, right? And we'll have another one. I'm hoping this one is a good size to fit like exactly on my other ring finger, right? Because I don't need to have a ring on every single finger and thumb, but I don't want it to be a repeat of one of the other fingers because then it'll just sit in my drawer and whatever. But I got a couple little wooden boxes coming too, I remembered, in this order. And those are intended for like the shirt pins and the jewelry and the packs of stickers that I'm getting. Um, yeah. But yeah, I've been doing pretty good. I have no real complaints as usual. I stayed up all fucking night. I have been up since 3:30 yesterday afternoon. It is now 8 o'clock a.m. I'm probably going to stay up all fucking day for my appointment, right? I don't want to go to the appointment with just a couple hours sleep. And I did just finish a nice coffee. I started getting back into drinking coffee, right? Once my pre-workout's gone, I'm going to stop taking pre-workout because it's just needless expense. And it's expensive. It's like $30 a month for pre-workout, and that's for the cheap pre-workout, right? And coffee so much cheaper, like a fraction of that price, like $5, $6 for a month worth of coffee, right? And coffee's better for you than pre-workout. There's been old men that live to be 100 that swear by coffee. That coffee's what kept them alive till they were 100, right? But there ain't no motherfuckers swearing by pre-workout keeping them alive to be an old man. Unless Arnold does. But I don't think even Arnold uses fucking pre-workout. He's all about the fucking shakes that have a actual raw egg in it with the shell. And When he goes to the restaurant and gets a shake, he gets them to take stuff out of the sink drain and put it into the fucking shake, and that's just fucking disgusting, right? I don't get it. But Arnold's doing pretty good for abusing steroids as long as he has and being as old as he is, right? But Ronnie Coleman, not so much. Ronnie's going to be alive for a while, but his back is fucked. He's in a wheelchair for life, you know. But he regrets nothing, apparently. Like, he's glad he did all he did and competed in bodybuilding and all that, but I can't see it. Like, if that was me, I would wish I hadn't, because, I don't want to spend the last years of my life in a fucking wheelchair, basically crippled for life, right? I don't want that. I wouldn't want that. But then again, like, he had so many bodybuilding winnings, like 8 Mr. Olympia titles, that he made a shit ton of money off those, right? But the money was unnecessary because he was a police officer and made tons of money doing that, right? So, and he's probably got most of his money packed away in the bank and doesn't even do anything with it. So, winning all those Mr. Olympia titles is just redundant and unnecessary. So, he basically could have lived his last years of life a lot more pleasant than he's going to in a fucking wheelchair. But whatever. He doesn't regret it, so who am I to have a problem with it, right? But yeah, I've been brushing up on my magic skills, been playing on Arena quite a bit, and not doing terribly well. But I am in Platinum rank, the beginning stages of Platinum rank, and that's when it does start getting more difficult, is in Platinum. If it was close to the end of the month, I could get up to Mythic pretty easily. So my skills aren't bad, my skills aren't deteriorating. It's just this time of the month, middle of the month, being in Platinum is pretty good. Um, but like, I go to the game store and most of the players aren't very good. Most of the players aren't very good. Like, and that's why I'm getting first place and third place so much, because the competition is not fierce. A lot of these players, they don't even play Arena. They only play at the game store a couple times a week for a few hours, a couple times a week, right? So they're not getting good. Get good. They're not getting good, right? Whereas I play Arena at least a half an hour a day. I do go through phases where I'll stop playing for a couple weeks when I absolutely get fucking sick of the game. But I don't play any games now except for Magic Arena when I do play a game. It's like, why would I want to, spread out my skill over dozens or hundreds of fucking games over a matter of years and not become a master of any of them, right? And play a lot of these games for a matter of days or weeks and then give them up and go to a new game. What's the point of that, right? Magic is always changing. It's very diverse and, molten. It's always changing, right? It's always moving, always getting better. They're always improving the game. The game is never going to die, right? It's not the same game. Every few months when they, release a new set, it's a new game. So the game is constantly improving, right? So why would I spread out my time over hundreds of games over a matter of years and never become a master of any of them, right? When I can just devote all my time to one game when I do want to play a game and become a master of it. Like, I'm not a master of Magic yet, but, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good, and I should be for playing 25 years and sinking as many hours into Magic as I have, right? But I have been meaning to buckle down a little harder and start playing more often and more hours every day, like several hours a day at least, like 3 hours every day at least. At least, like, I should be able to do that because the amount of time I spend just wasting time on the computer looking up stuff, random shit on YouTube, and looking through the suggestions of videos just for random shit and watching it, or just Googling random shit and looking up random information, right? And just browsing TeamU over and over and over again every 20 minutes all day, and going out for 3 cigarettes at a time every 20 minutes. Like, I don't do much with my day, and most of my day is just a time waste. Um, that's one of the downsides of not having a job, is you have less to live for, because a job, I've had somebody in the past, a long time ago, they said, you know, if you find a job, it will solve all your problems. And I don't have a job, right? So I don't really have any problems. One of my main, like, I do have problems. I'm not in the shape I want to be. I don't have a lot of motivation. I don't have a lot of hobbies. I don't have a lot of drive or ambition to do anything right. I don't have any social life hardly at all. I don't have a lot of money. And the thing is, having a job where I was active would solve pretty much all those problems. So, yeah. But we're going on a half an hour video, boyos, and most of you motherfuckers don't even watch my videos. But the odd one does, and I appreciate it, right? Um, I know my nephew. My nephews do watch my videos once in a while, right? I'm sure they're not learning anything though, because there's nothing to be learned from me. Just a 40-year-old man who failed at life, who's disabled mentally, and his only redeeming qualities is that he, is a decent Magic player, and that's about it. But yeah, boyos, I'm thinking of cutting the video there. I gotta go take my meds soon, but not yet. Soon. I generally take them around 10, sometimes as late as like dinner time or midnight. So it's kind of sporadic with the times I take the meds. But you can't tell with my hair if the hair loss treatment's working yet. It's way too soon to tell, right? It's way too soon to tell. But it's getting close to time to renew the prescription for the finasteride, right? And I have been having some, sexual problems because of the finasteride. And I'm hoping they go away in time after I've been on the medication long enough. I'm really fucking hoping. Because I don't want to have to stop taking finasteride and have the balding commence again and just, no, fuck that. Because the two kind of defeat each other. I don't want to be a bald fucker, and it's going to affect my looks, and I'm not going to get laid at all, right? But yet, if I don't take finasteride and it fixes my sex drive, right? Not taking the finasteride, it's just, what's the point of having sex drive if I can't use it because I'm fucking bald and ugly, right? So I'm fucked either way, right? I'd rather have my hair, honestly, right? I don't have to have sex, but I'd rather look good and not have sex than look like shit and not have sex, right? So it doesn't matter if my sex life improves and my appearance improves. Still not going to have sex, right? Probably. I'm at that age where men usually settle in and resign themselves to a life of basically not having sex anymore. I know so many older men that they go 20, 30, 40, 50 years, don't have sex. Some of them have never had sex in their life and don't really care about it. And as you get older, it just gets worse. Dating gets worse. Dating gets harder as you get older as a man. And you become more set in your ways and you just stop trying, right? But I haven't completely given up. I haven't completely given up. Like, that's why I'm trying to improve my looks. One of the reasons is to improve my success with women. And I will try again. It's not going to be anytime soon. I'm going to wait till I move away to the city and improve my life before I, try to get with another woman, right? But we're going to cut the video off there. We're going on 29 minutes, right? And that's plenty long enough for a video, because I'm surprised if any of you boys would even watch this far. But hopefully they get the forum back up and running, because the MISC has been down for like a fucking week now, right? But that's it, boys. I'll see you on the MISC.